Hi there, Internet! I'm Polar the Polar Bear, and this is my girlfriend, Melissa.
Hello!
Welcome to a slightly drunk episode of the Microbear Gourmet.
Just making sure the cat's not getting...
There's a cute cat nearby. Lenny's kind of rooting around. Today we are trying a cheesy chicken and rice by Marie Callender's, which Marie Callender's isn't my favorite fast food. Isn't my favorite microwavable food by far, but they do make a good product generally. And if you've ever eaten in the actual restaurant's delicious.
Well, it might be out of business
Oh
now.
no, they're still Marie Callender's.
Okay. Not on my account. They closed it.
It's more of a California thing. There was like a million of them in California, but they have the best pies. Like, really, you go to Marie Callender's not necessarily for dinner, but for dessert. And they make a lot of, like, grandma's kitchen items. Like, they make pot roast and stuff that you just, like, find in kind of an older woman's recipe book. And it's all delicious. If you like pot roast, meatloaf, that kind of thing, you will like Marie Callender's. And, you know, they have burgers and whatever for the newer generations too, but it even looks pretty tasty to me. Yeah. I'm not a giant fan of broccoli, and neither is Melissa, but I like it when it's got cheese sauce involved usually, so. And that's kind of what, cheesy chicken and rice by Marie Callender, so. Yeah, let's just jump right in, why not? And you can go ahead and take the first bite. Get some chicken and some broccoli.
Broccoli and a little cheesy rice.
And it's got just kind of a light cheese sauce, it looks like. And how is it?
Pretty good. I'm gonna get you a bite.
She's getting me a bite because I can't be trusted with a fork right now.
Chicken, broccoli.
She's trying to get a little. You probably should. Okay.
Cheesy rice. Considering neither of us is a huge fan of broccoli, like the chicken and the cheese sauce and the rice really go well to kind of mute the flavor of the broccoli, so it's there, but it's not strong. Want another bite?
Actually, I think I've got my rating for that. Do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. It's not. I'm gonna say right off the bat, it's not my favorite microwave dinner. It's not bad though. Do you remember how much this cost?
This was $2.50, I believe. And I got it at Fred Meyer, and that's kind of what they always run for. Between $2.50 and $2.65, I think, is the price they have them at.
Marie Callender's are a little expensive, but not as expensive as like a Chili's or a TGI Fridays kind of dinner.
Right, and the nice thing what I like is like I got that for like lunches because it's pretty healthy. It's under 500 calories. It has kind of like a good, well-balanced thing with vegetable and meat and a little starch. Like it's a really convenient lunch. I can heat it up at work and eat it, So for me, the price is worth it.
And I mean, as I always say, this is a show about microwave food. So there's only so healthy it can get because it's microwavable. It's got preservatives and sodium just up the butt and all sorts of other horrible like insect parts and
their box. Where's the box?
Pig testicle. Here you go.
The box, though.
No, that's the wrong box. Where is the box?
I don't know.
Oh, here's the box. I'm sorry, I lost the box. There's the box.
Because the box says no preservatives.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a frozen. I bet that's just false.
I
know a guy, and I'm not going to say his name because I might incriminate him if I do, but I know a fellow who is in the law profession, a good friend of mine from a long time ago, and he was working for a company for a while, which again, I won't say the name of the company because it's not good for me to do so, but he said that they literally just lie on their packaging. Like, there are certain things that they say, like, this will aid in weight loss. It totally doesn't. But the funny thing is that their risk-benefit analysis, they would lose more in potential lawsuits for the product not doing what it says it does, and they would gain by selling the thing. So basically, they're just a bunch of idiots. Like, their legal department apparently just have their head in a fish tank at all times, and are just... And that's their legal department. So, and I'd love to tell you what the name of the company is, but I can't for obvious reasons. But yeah, that's a lot of products will do that. They will just flat out lie about the benefits or the healthiness or whatever's in a product, and especially if they have an arbitration clause in their on their product somewhere, they can just do that because they have an arbitration clause. And very quickly, what an arbitration clause is if you buy that product, you agree whether you saw that text or not on the box or on the bag or whatever it is, that you will not take them to court. You will go to an arbitrator of their choosing, which for all you know could be like a member of their board or whatever, and they will be allowed to legislate like what damages you were paid or whatever. So
Wow.
yeah, basically corporate America has you over a table and they're just like, yeah, you like that, don't you, consumer? You like it! But
So anyways.
I'm sorry, I hate corporations. I do. I'm a dirty commie. I hate corporations. But
So what's your
as far as the product goes, ding! As far as the product goes, I like it. I give it a 6 out of 10. It's not my favorite, but it is good. And I recommend, especially if you're trying to go for something a little more healthy, because it is primarily rice and broccoli, a little bit of processed chicken in there, but whatever.
Well, it's not great, but it's not
It's not terrible. It's not like microwave burritos, where it's just like you're eating just a handful of lard. Just, oh yes, give me the lard. But it's better than that. But it's not stellar. So 6 out of 10, and I would recommend because it's a perfectly reasonable price, and it is quite healthy, and it does taste quite good, especially with the cheese sauce. I like their cheese sauce. So
I'm gonna give it, I think, 7 out of 10. Not for flavor, but because there's a lot of other qualities I like about it. I don't know that I'd necessarily buy this again because I like Marie Callender's and I eat them for lunch a lot. Because
I'd buy it again, but what I'd probably do, honestly, is put a little bit of maybe soy in it.
Oh, okay. Or maybe melt a little more cheese on it when you're microwaving it, kind of thing. So there are other things I like better that they make, but I like the price. I don't think it's a very expensive price for a meal, and it is a meal. Like, I've eaten that for a meal. It's a good portion.
Absolutely, which is getting more and more difficult to find as prices on products are going higher and higher, unfortunately.
Right. So it's a good portion, and it's very tasty. It was very simple to cook. I mean, you didn't have to do all this stuff. It just cooked up quickly, and it's filling, and the price is not bad in my opinion, and the product is good. Their quality product is better than a lot of TV dinners out there. So for me, I give it a 7 for a lot of those points, but if I was just rating it based on flavor, it's about a 6. A little bit above average, but not stellar.
I tend to rate more on... I do rate on flavor. I kind of rate on flavor and price. That's usually my comparison is... All right, how good does it taste versus how much it costs? And sometimes I'll take other things into account, but usually it's flavor versus price. How good was it versus how much did it cost?
Yeah, so I mean, I'd recommend it, but more than just, like, my recommendation is more for, like, the Marie Callender microwavable meals in general, rather than this one specifically. I recommend trying a bunch of them because I love them. Like, when I get lunches out of the freezer section, if I decide I'm going to do that, then let's say I'm buying 5, usually 4 of them are Marie Callender's almost every time. So for me, I'm a fan of the brand. So I more recommend the brand than the actual specific meal, even though it's good, it's not strong.
I'm a fan of the brand too, except that, and this is just me. I'm kind of a dedicated fatty. I like tasty foods that are really bad for you, and Marie Callender's does tend to have kind of more healthy fare to it.
And they usually put vegetables in their food, and they're one of the only brands where the vegetables aren't, like, mushy and disgusting and inedible. Like, I can actually eat those vegetables.
Especially if you add a little something to, like, a little bit of salt, a little bit of soy sauce, something.
Butter or something.
Yeah, absolutely. But so that's 7 out of 10. You recommend the brand, Marie Callender's.
Than the actual particular meal, because this is not one of my favorites, but I just like the brand so much that I'm...
Well, while we're here, what is your favorite Marie Callender's dinner off the top of your head?
The one that I get the most, I think, there's a few. I really like their spaghetti with meat sauce. Like,
I'm not as much of a fan of spaghetti. I actually I prefer, if I'm going for kind of an Italian dish, a fettuccine alfredo, me personally, but
so I love their spaghetti with meat sauce. They have a really good pot roast pot pie, which is delicious.
Oh, the Marie Callender's little pot pies, like they come in these little tiny boxes. They're amazing. Yeah. I'll do those on the show. Like I'll probably do those on the show.
There are a lot of varieties now too.
Maybe even fairly soon. But I love, especially the beef pot pies. They're so good. The sauce they use is just this
like a delicious stew in a pot pie.
Exactly. It's a wonderful savory sauce. Like you're eating like kind of a thick stew, and the carrots marinated. It's just delicious. But
yeah, and then they make there's another one that's like breaded chicken tenders with macaroni and cheese, which is good, and they have
that's kind of more up my alley too, because that's a less healthy one.
They have a lasagna that's really good. They also have a really good like beef pot roast. They serve it with like red potatoes and green bean casserole.
And this gal right here, she loves pot roast. I'm not so much of a fan of pot roast. You're gonna have to take her word on that one.
But it's good. They have a lot of variety, and the nice thing is a lot of them include vegetables. So I don't feel like I feel like if I'm getting some vegetables, I feel better about it rather than just like, I don't know. And that's just maybe me tricking myself into being like thinking it's okay that but either way, the fact that there's like broccoli in this makes me feel like I'm not just eating junk. Like it makes me feel a little better.
It's broccoli, rice, and chicken, which are all, even if they're processed, are all relatively healthy. It's white rice, it's broccoli, and it's chicken, which even if it's processed, chicken is one of the more healthy meats, especially that you'll find in kind of a microwavable setting. You'll find a lot. You won't find much turkey, you won't find much ham, but you'll find plenty of chicken. And chicken is kind of a healthier meat that you'll find in sort of that setting. So if you are looking for kind of a healthier thing, Marie Callender's has some of the better, healthier dinners that
they're good portions and will fill you up.
They'll cost a little more than your lean cuisines or whatever, but they're much better portions, and generally they taste better as well. They have better ingredients. They're a little bit fresher, a little less processed. So
yeah, definitely. I'm a fan of the brand more than this particular meal, but
so that's a 6 out of 10 for me, 7 out of 10 for Melissa. We both kind of recommend, but I guess she recommends the brand, and I'm more focusing on this particular product because I kind of go on a product by product basis, because some again, like Marie Callender's is the thing where I like, say, this product, but they also have like a honey roasted chicken. Which I don't like honey so much. I'm not a fan of that. Or they have like a turkey kind of thing with string beans that I'm not so much a fan of. And so I just kind of focus on initial product as far as rather than the brand. But excuse me. We just very shortly ago we filmed the 100 sub part 2, and I'm still burping, and I'm still like a little bit like ooh, but. So I didn't mean to interrupt. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, I'm good too. So that'll be. I'll wrap this video up here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again very, very soon for Microbear Gourmet's video game reviews, whatever. So yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys.